And welcome back to This Week. I'm pleased to be joined by this fine group. The Director of Communications for the Special Olympics here in Tennessee. I promoted you to CEO in our intro. I apologize to the CEO. You get a pay raise, though, so that's got to be coming. Justin Bradford, along with Special Olympian, Tennessee athlete Braden Jenkins, and Unified partner and a member of the Nashville SC Unified team, Mia Hassan. Welcome, all of you. Let's get some details about, as Director of Communications, you're in charge of promoting Special Olympics, recruiting Special Olympics, making sure everything works in Special Olympics. Tell a little bit about your job.
Yeah, a little bit of everything, Bob. It's everything from our social media content creation to making sure our athletes and our partners are well covered in storytelling, lots of storytelling. And the most important piece of my job is making sure people are aware of everything that our athletes, our partners, our coaches, our volunteers do to just make an incredibly inclusive atmosphere for Special Olympics.
A lot of one-on-one communication with the athletes and with parents.
Absolutely. Lots of blogs. We have over 90 blogs on our athletes and partners on our website, lots of videos, making sure to be the liaison of getting them on TV as well and just telling their story.
Mia, you work as a unified partner, and you're also an athlete in your own right, and you work kind of as a mentor. Tell me a little bit about your role, how you work with these athletes, and how your special skills as an athlete you can translate to them.
Yes, it's amazing to set an example to show the importance of inclusion, and this team really, it doesn't feel like there's a difference between just like partners and athletes because everyone bonds like so quickly. We have great partners. There's some people returning for 2 years, so a lot of us have been playing together for 2 years, but really all that Justin does and all that NST does, Misty, Aaron, all our coaches just make sure that everyone's always together. There's no groups, no separation. So
how long have you been working kind of as a mentor and instructor of sports, and how much have you gotten back more than you've given?
I've been doing Unified for 2 years. This is my second year. And my club soccer team, we help out with some Special Olympics practices also. So that's kind of how I got into Special Olympics. But yeah, it's my favorite thing. Our trips are so fun. Everyone's just together, and it's awesome.
And Braden Jenkins is our star. Here's our athlete and our Special Olympic athlete, and also a member of the Nashville SC Unified team, and represented Team Tennessee on the Unified basketball team at the 2022 Special Olympic USA Games in Orlando. Way to go. How cool was that?
It was really cool. I went down and played with Rutherford County, because they were like short a few players, and the experience was really fun.
Did you guys win?
We came in third.
Oh, that's perfect. That's excellent. Tell me about the experience of getting to play with other Special Olympians and just, having a great time in an athletic event.
It's really fun to play with everybody, especially when you don't, especially at like another state you're playing somebody you don't usually get to play.
And you got to play in the big one. This is the one that we'll talk about in a minute, maybe coming to Nashville. How cool would that be?
That would be really cool. I would, if possible, I'd really like to help with it, if at all possible.
Let's talk a little bit first about some things taking place here recently. The Tennessee Special Olympics, let's start with, you just completed the annual state summer games held at Lipscomb this year. Will Levis was there, pretty successful. Tell me a little bit about what took place and the result.
Sure, so our signature event, our state summer games, our signature event where we have typically around 1,000 athletes and partners and coaches all come to Lipscomb University to compete in 2 days. And they're competing in swimming, powerlifting, volleyball, pickleball now as well too, bocce, track and field. It's the epitome of what we do. It's bringing everybody together for a huge statewide event, and it's an incredible thing to see our partners and our athletes working together to achieve it.
So Braden, you get to take part in that as well?
Yes, sir.
And you get to take part as a mentor, kind of trying to help with the event and to make sure the athletes get there and are ready to participate?
Yes.
What's the next step for Tennessee in regards to next year's games?
So next year's games, as every single year it happens, we have major events. We have over 200 events every year across the state. Our statewide events include our fall games, which is typically flag football, bowling, and golf. And then we'll have our winter games that take place over in Gatlinburg, and that's where we have snowboarding, alpine skiing, speed skating, 3-on-3 basketball, and also fitness. So yeah, we have athletes that are out there snowboarding on the slopes and alpine skiing. It's incredible to see. And then the next one is our summer games that happen every single year, and it continues to grow every single year.
Just here in Tennessee for the Tennessee Special Olympics, How many folks are you dealing with? How many athletes here in Tennessee? How many different sports are you working on, different venues, different events throughout the year?
Yeah, we serve over 18,000 athletes in this state. We have local areas that have volunteer leaders, and those are the people that are at the core of serving our athletes, people that are in their communities. A lot of them are teachers, people that work in special education, people that work with parks and recreation for their individual communities. And so they're the people that make things happen. So we're so thankful for our volunteer leaders that help with that. But then we have so many venues across the state that we work with: Lipscomb, Belmont, Vanderbilt, Ober-Gatlinburg. I mean, so many different venues that we work with are great to work with as well. Lots of community partners, so many volunteer coaches. I mean, we are a volunteer-led organization. Yeah, we have our staff that work full-time and part-time, but it's our volunteer leaders that make everything incredible.
Yeah, like with any successful event, it takes a lot of behind-the-scenes folks and a lot of volunteer time. When we come back, a big announcement to tell you about in Nashville, maybe in 6 years, will be the 2030 National Special Olympics held here in town. We'll tell you about the bid that they have made when we come back here on This Week. Stay with us. We'll be right back.